Okay, guys, welcome back. Yeah, this is a lot of shenanigans, not a lot. Gosh, past few days, man, past few days. Olivier, get your butt up. This man is still dizzy. I actually need you on the. Actually need him on the team. Who do we have? Chloe and these two. Okay. So let's go ahead and make our way over. Make our way over to Bose. I had the weirdest encounter today, and by encounter I mean I didn't talk to this particular person. So so today I felt like grabbing some Popeye's chicken. So I went out there, I got some chicken, and as I'm trying to leave the restaurant, I noticed that there's this pedestrian that was walking by. So I decided to back up so he can at least walk, walk across the street, because there were cars coming both directions, so I couldn't get out anyways. And as he was walking by, I just happened to notice he was flicking me off. I was really confused, because like he was just like, he looked at me, flicked me off, and kept going forward and kept flicking me off. I didn't know what was going on, so I was just like, whatever. I didn't pay too much attention to it. I just kept as soon as he passed by, I went forward just so I could so I can figure a way to go out, because he was going in the direction I was going to be going on turning wise. So I had to wait for both sections to like be clear so I could get out. So as I'm looking both sides of the streets, I happen to see him still walking by, or he's still walking, but he has his head turned back and he's flicking me off still. And I'm just like, what is going on here? So when I finally get the chance to make my left turn and get out onto the street, I get stopped by a stoplight, and I look over, there he is still walking by, and he's still flicking me off. I'm like, what is going on? Why are you doing this? And I didn't get mad or anything. I didn't get mad or anything. The only thing I could really do, to be honest with you guys, only thing I could do was pray for this guy, because well, ain't no cuz. It's just one of those things where it's just like, you just gotta pray for your enemies. Not saying he is my enemy. I haven't spoken to this man not one time. I don't even know who this guy is. But it's just one of those things where it's just like, hey, he caused trouble with me. I'm gonna just sit there and pray for this man. I don't know what he got going on in his life, but I hope he figures out what's going on. But I don't know. I just thought that whole entire thing was just super weird. Out of all the people out on the street, you chose to do this to me. But it's all good. It's all good. I don't keep grudges anymore. But let's go ahead and get into this game real quick. So we gotta talk to our boy Alan, I think. Yep. Hey Estelle, heading out already? You just came home. Sure you can't stay around for a while? Yeah, sorry. There's kind of a lot going on. Once our current job's done, I totally intend to come back and take a load off for a while. You really should. We'll be waiting. Anyways, your tickets are already been paid for by Ina. Ready to check in? As always, we should wait for the ship once we check in. Do you have any other business enrollment? Actually, hold on. Let's check. Let me see real quick. Because I believe there's a book that did I get the Gambler Jack Volume 6? I did. We read Liberal News, right? I believe we read... Yeah, we read Part 6, I remember now. Did we read Gambler Jack? I believe we read it. I could be wrong, but... yeah, let's go ahead and wait for the ship. How have you guys has been? I've been uploading these videos fairly slowly. Yeah, I've been uploading these videos really slowly, so I have no idea if you got what games you guys are playing currently now. But yeah. Anyways. Ooh, buddy. But yeah, I just got done eating. No, I've been done. I say just got done. I've probably been done eating for like 15 minutes or so. I was actually getting things prepared for this recording. I had to look up the guide to where I was at in the story wise. Met somebody last night who plays this game, or who plays the series as well. She's not as far as me in terms of like the entirety of the series. Like, she just started it out and she's on this particular game, but she's a little farther on me in this particular game for this recording. Where it's just like, I know most of what happened, of what's happening. So I didn't want to spoil it, but I was excited to meet someone else who enjoys this series as much as I do. So yeah, and like I said, this game is, in my opinion, this game is very underrated. Well, yes. Let's see. So now we have the gospel influencing people's minds, using the fog's particulate matter as a medium to exert mental control over a large sea. Well, that settles one question at least. Excuse me, Professor. Where do you get that? Hey, it's Pops. Cassius, you old dog. Good timing. Escaped Langston, I see. Or did you? Yes. I finally managed to finish a bit of work. I thought that I would stop by and see how you were holding up. That boy was gonna take his time walking. What's this? A report from your granddaughter. Yes. Just arrived express from Roland. Thanks to Tita's report, I'm quite certain of my theory now. About the gospel, I'm assuming. Yes. Though it's ultimately still a hypothesis at this point. I've gone over it again and again, but on paper, both on paper and on the Capelle. Though, so I'm reasonably sure about this. Shall I go over it? Absolutely. Right then. So, what we've been calling the gospel's orbital shutdown phenomenon. Tell me, what do you think that it is, based on what you've seen and heard? It's an effect that occurs to any orbital device located near the active gospel, chaining from one device to another. And it renders these devices inert while the gospel is active. That's how it seems to me, at least. Half right, half wrong. What you're describing is closer to an orbital arc anticept. That shorts out the internal quartz circuits of an orbital and of an orbit to temporarily suspend its functionality. Huh. I think I missed that particular dialogue. I had no idea that's what was going on. I mean, I guess it makes sense because you can't do magic without quartz, so yeah. Or I'm sorry, you can't do arts without quartz. But yes. The phenomenon generated by the gospel, however, is fundamentally different. It steals all orbital energy formed in the orbit down to the very last joule. So, it's more than an orbital absorption phenomenon then? Yes. To make a comparison to the combustion engine, it's like siphoning out its petrol. Is that what it said, petrol? But wait, unless I badly understand physics, that means the gospel should absorb and store all that power, correct? Good eye, lad. You've noticed a very important fact. So, I've measured a gospel after it absorbs energy, but the gospel does not actually hold any of it. Not even a single EP worth. Is it possible the energy is being vented into a wider environment? No, not at all. The energy disappears completely, utterly, and quite impossibly thanks to thermodynamics. Furthermore, these new gospels Estelle's group has been encountering. Every time they're encountered, they cause unbelievable phenomenon that even our best orbital engineering can't explain. It's unclear how they're causing such effects, but I can say one thing with confidence. That is, they're too small. I can say with absolute certainty that any device enabling such massive effects could not fit into the palm of one's hand. Even if the society somehow possesses technology centuries ahead of our own, nothing that small could contain that potential energy. I think I'm starting to see where this is going. You're saying the gospels must be terminals then. Access points of some sort. Exactly. The only function the gospel unit itself has is an ability to manifest an abnormal wrap in the local orbital field. I said wrap, it's supposed to be warp. That warp then resonates with an local orbital devices. Expands and draws energy from the devices. The energy then disappears through the warp. Well, no, it does not disappear. It is sent elsewhere. And whatever is located elsewhere is capable of causing the impossible effect we've seen. You know, I hope I'm understanding this. I'm afraid you get a passing grade here, old friend. The Society can use the Gospels to draw out... Oh, it's starting to hurt now from doing that raspy voice. and spread the power of whatever this thing is. Spreading the influence of a mysterious force. No wonder the Society named them Gospels. In that case, the nature of this thing bothers me. As you said, even if it is an ornament out of our purest fiction, or as far as that goes, I'm afraid I have no real clue. I thought of a number of possibilities, but that would be pure speculation at this point. Now, Cassius, I will ask you this same question I asked you 10 years ago. Gosh. Hold on, I gotta get a sip. Of beverage. All right, we're in quite the pickle. What do you need me to do? The exact same words as when I asked you to develop the patrol airship. Well then. Come on, Cassius. The key, I think, must lie in this warp that the Gospel creates. Russell, can you develop some kind of plan or method to stop the method of stopping the resonance, the spread? Thought you asked that. I'm just about done with my current invention anyways. I'll get to work as soon as I'm done with that. All right, Russell's coming up with a countermeasure. Let's go. Airliner Cecilia. Here we go, Shara. All right, as always, we'll start outside, make our way down to the bottom. Oh, hello, Estelle. Hi, Shara. So, this is where you went. Oh, wait. Do you want to be alone for a bit? Oh, this is unlike you, Estelle. Why so reserved? You want to ask about Luciola, don't you? Yeah. She says we met a long time ago, but I don't really remember her all that much. I'm not streaming, am I? No, I'm recording. Okay. I know that's happened to me one time before in the past. I believe it happened to me. Like, I thought I was recording, but I was streaming. But anyways. Using OBS screen recorder, so yeah. Anyways. I was wondering what she was like. And if you could jog my memory. Let's see. Where to begin, then? Alright, we have to begin with her stage name, I suppose. Luciola, the Bewitching Belle. She could show her audience illusions by dancing, while using bells and fans, thus bewitching them, you see. Hers was the centerpiece performance of our little circus troupe. The one that really brought the audiences in. Illusions? Did she use the ointment to make them? No. She used something she always called illusion magic, which is apparently some kind of very old non-orbal art. Luciola was from a family with a tradition of working in that art. Was? People who fall in with a traveling circus like ours tend to be one of two kinds. People who have cause to abandon their previous home and families, or people who never had such things to begin with. Luciola was one of the former. And I was one of the latter. I was about 7 years old when Mr. Harvey and his band took me in. Back then, I was little more than a street urchin living in the slums of a city. Pickpocketing, petty theft, there was little I wouldn't do to try to survive. All right. Sorry, I was looking at the illustration. The ones who reached out a hand to me were the troop's leader, Mr. Harvey and Luciola. They taught me, the little girl who couldn't trust anyone, the warmth of a family. And they taught me all sorts of skills that would let me earn a place for myself in the troupe. Dancing, beast handling, tarot reading. Tarot reading is of the devil, guys. I highly suggest no one practice that or entertain it in the slightest. I'm being really serious when I say this. There's nothing good that comes from tarot card reading or just the cards themselves. I know a lot of people like to do that whole new age stuff, like the whole like, oh, I'm a Virgo, Leo, or Taurus or whatever. All of that is of the devil. I kid you not, it is of the devil. Nothing good comes from any of that stuff. So I advise anyone who's watching these videos, please stay away from those kinds of stuff. That divination stuff, no. That is of the devil, and people who usually go into that, they just see their lives just get worse and worse. Ain't nothing but black magic. But yeah, let's continue. But yeah, Luciola taught me all of that. But then, 8 years ago, Mr. Harvey died in an accident. Without his leadership, we all just drifted apart and went our own ways. And I've been planning on staying with Luciola, but after Mr. Harvey died, she simply told me there's something that I must do, and vanished. Hopeless and lost for the first time in years, I turned to the one remaining man in the world whom I still trusted. As you might suspect, that was Cassius, who already begun working as a bracer. You know the rest, I imagine. So that's what happened. I had no idea that you'd gone through something like that. Well, the reason why I aimed to become a bracer at first was to improve myself. I wanted to be able to live and prosper on my own, show Luciola just how far I'd come once she returned. But, well, it's been 8 years. Perhaps that was enough time to re-examine my reasons. Shara? Aw, don't make that face. Like Zen said, I don't intend to simply fight her without saying a word. I want to hear Luciola's story from her before doing anything. I have to know what possible reason could have made her associate with the society. Yeah, well, that sounds good. I got your back, Shara. I'll do anything that I can to help. Well, I know I can always count on you. Still, you've grown up quite a bit, haven't you, Estelle? Well, that was kind of a sudden. I always thought of you as being exactly what I'd expect of Cassius's daughter. I don't think that's quite right. Or fair anymore, though. What do you mean? Your strength isn't quite the same as Cassius. Yeah, Cassius is like OD level strong. Well, I'll talk about more of the importance, or not, I shouldn't say importance, but I'll talk more about Cassius's strength like later on in the series if I remember to later on. Cassius, that man is woo. That man is OD level. And when I mean OD, I mean overdoing it. Like they just gave this man too much power. But anyways, Cassius has a heart as deep as the ocean and strength like a relentless wave. But you, Estelle, your strength is like the sun. You shine and make others shine just by being near them. What? My Estelle, you shine like the sun. I believe that was her mother's words, right? I think that's why people are attracted to you so easily. And that's why and that's what I like about you the most. And I know Joshua's felt the same way. I don't think you need to feel any pressure to live up to Cassius is my point. Yeah. You really are my big sister, Shara. You always know how to encourage me. Thanks. You're very welcome. Not saying you should return the favor, mine, but you really should drink with me sometime. Yeah, I think the legal drinking age in this world is 20, and I'm only saying that because, you know, this is made by a Japanese company or development company. So I do believe the drinking age is 20. I could be wrong though. All right. And now that you're in, she's 16, about to be 17, I think. Or halfway to being 17. I think she's 16 and a half at this point. I could be wrong. I don't. Yeah, she was already 16 when the game started, because in order to be a bracer, you have to be at least 16. But yeah, whatever. Anyways, now that you're a full bracer, you better learn how to handle your liquor. How is booze related to... You know what? Never mind. I don't want to know. Gotta have that girl chat, that's why. Alright, I'll be back in my seat once I enjoy the wind a little more. Make sure you're buckled in before we land. Alrighty. Olivia's there. We'll talk to Olivier last. Because if you bring the if you double talk to the people that you did the boss fight with in Mistwald, they'll have extra dialogue, and I think they talk about the dream that they had. Okay, that's just a passenger. Just a passenger. You guys know me, because it's just like these passengers. It's not like they're the same people. All right, so we didn't bring Tita. Oh, hi Estelle. Still walking around? Sorta, yeah. Oh, Tita. Is this your first time in Bose? This is your first time in Bose, isn't it? Uh-huh. I've heard that there's a really big store in Bose. I kinda wanna see it. Oh, the Bose Market, yeah. Think of it like the department store in Grand Cell, but even bigger. It's actually, it's actually a bunch of different stores all in one space. It's really busy. Wow, that sounds amazing. Well, I hope we arrive in Bose soon. I believe she has something else. Oh, Estelle, have you been to Ravenue Village? I believe that's where Agate is from, if I remember correctly. If that's the name of his village. Yep, I stopped there once on a job. That's Agate's hometown, right? Uh-huh. He has a little sister named Misha living there. Agate goes back pretty often. I think at least once a year to say hello to her. Ah, right. Agate's little sister, huh? Must be hard for the poor girl having such a antisocial lump for a brother. Stell, that's not nice. Agate can be blunt, but he's also really nice. Yeah. He's just kind of clumsy and easily embarrassed, to be honest. You know, I bet Misha's a really good person. Whenever Agate talks about her, his eyes turn so gentle. Tita, what's wrong? No, it's nothing. My heart just felt, kind of weird for a bit. Wonder why. Somebody's a bit jealous of Misha, I bet. Haha. Anyways, so I believe Agate's house was the house that we couldn't get into when we actually went to Ravenue Village in the first game, if you guys remember back from that far back. I think it's been over a year since I finished the first game. But yeah, I really need to hop on this game more and do more support. But yeah. Oh, hello, miss. We're very sorry for the delays at Roland. I'm afraid merely launching into the fog would have been incredibly dangerous. It's just passengers. I don't care about no-named NPCs. There's Agate. Hey, something wrong, Agate? It's nothing. You still wondering about the ship? Or wandering about the ship? Yeah, basically. Oh, you're from Ravenue in the Bose region, right? This will be your first time back in a while, then. Yeah, it's been a little while, yeah. I did stop by that old place after the Queen's birthday celebration a while back, though. Hey, wait a second. Why are you assuming I'm going back home? Huh? Don't be so embarrassed, you big teddy bear. Alright. You got a little sister back there, don't you? You mentioned her once. You must be the biggest softie when it comes to her, huh? Hey. Oh, yeah. Where the heck in Ravenue is your house anyways? I don't remember meeting any girl who stood out as Agate's little sister when we were there investigating the Sky Bandits. There was a girl with Lewy? I can't remember that name. Alright, I don't know how to pronounce that. But no, too young. And I figured that your little sister is gotta have your hair. I'll introduce you to Misha soon. Assuming we have some reason to visit anyways. Yeah, please do. And in that case, we'll have to bring Tita along too. Why would we have to do that? Tita's kind of attached to you and Tita's kind of attached to you. In case you hadn't noticed. She'd be pretty let down if you didn't introduce your sister to her, you know? Oh, I get it. You don't want Misha and Tita to meet, Well, now I get it. They might get together and get in lots of trouble like Tita did like Tita did with Ren. Or they might get jealous of each other. Being an older brother must be hard work. Oh, that's what you meant. Huh? Well, don't worry. I'll clean up any mess that happens. I gotten pretty good at Tita hurting. So you just go ahead and introduce those two, crazy kids, and I'll make sure nothing blows up. Yeah, thanks. I'll be counting on you for that. Yeah, so I will say this. If you didn't understand that, if I'm remembering correctly, I might have two characters mixed up. But hold on. Let me say this. I'm only heading back to Ravenue once we're settled with the job. Don't think you're just gonna drag me out there or something. God, you jerk face. We're gonna take him out there anyways. I don't care what he says. Oh, can't climb that ladder. Okay. My apologies for the late departure from port. Still, I have been captain for years. And I never seen a thog that thick. Even the lights at full beam couldn't burn through. Flying in that would have been impossible, even for me. Like Helm, you're going a bit too far northwest. We don't want to get close to the mountainside. I want to avoid turbulence if you can. Yes, sir. Understood. Correcting course to the south. Alright, let's go downstairs. Is Olivier down here again? Oh, hi. Oh, hi, ma'am. You've been riding a lot lately. That fog and Roland was totally a kick, wasn't it? I took the chance to get out and enjoy some nature when we were docked. Oh. Right, I forgot. Olivier was upstairs. It's like, dang, Brumal, you suck! Yeah, I do suck. Olivier's right over there. Alright, so since Chloe's there, we'll talk to Olivier now. But still. At last we returned to Bose, the land laden with memories of our first meeting. Right, he was in jail when we first saw him. Or locked up at the very least. It makes my heart swell to return to the place of such sweet nostalgia. Well, shocking as it may be, I kinda have to agree on the heart-swelling memories bit. Although, as I remember it, you were kinda rude back then. You said I wasn't attractive and made fun of me like a schoolboy. You misunderstand me, my fair rose. I would only display such cute, bashful behavior in order to hide feelings of love unabated. Yeah, I'll bet that's exactly it. You sure didn't waste any time putting the moves on Cher as I remember, or Joshua. Well, putting that aside, as you stand now, your beauty is uncomparable to what it was then. Yours is a supple, healthy beauty, with a maiden's gentle virtue. Indeed, you have grown, Estelle. Oh, thank you. Yeah, see, she liked that. Oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy. I guess that just goes to show, and this of course doesn't apply to everybody. That just goes to show, no matter how tough you think you are, compliments will always make you smile. And I will say this from experience. Because I have come across some radical feminists in my time, and I've given them compliments, or I've seen them get compliments. Yeah, either I've given them compliments, or I've seen them get compliments, or whatever. And then whole demeanor just changes. It's crazy. It is very crazy. But yeah, anyways. Not saying that Estelle's a feminist, because she's not. But you guys know the ones that I'm talking about. The ones that tell men to unsubscribe to life and all that stuff. You guys know what I'm talking about. But yeah, anyways. Well, though, when you put it in that way, it's kind of embarrassing. Please don't say it like that again. She liked it. There's no shame to be had in virtuous, though. Still, you have only but begun to climb the ladder of adulthood. Should you wish to ascend even higher, I would be more than happy to, assist you. No thanks. You said, oh gosh, that's funny, that's funny. If I was ever in a position to ask anyone about that sort of thing, I'd be a million times better off asking Shara. A pity. The things I could teach. Though, Shara would be the one to... I remind you... Yes, I remind you that I have a very large stick. Oh yeah. Olivier, you were put to sleep there too. Did you dream like I did? I suppose I did. Yes, Huh? Something wrong, Olivier? Well, I was simply thinking that it was a shame. For you see, in my dreams, I was in the company of peerless and beautiful maidens. Betwixt? I don't know what, or no, betwixt? I don't know what that means. Betwixt shaped, very blessed by Adios. Oh, very curvy. If you had not awoken me, Estelle, I could not have done this in that end. Perhaps fate has willingly stirred me at your arrival. Well, would you care to discover that which can only be convinced in dreams? Remember what I said about my stick? I can always put you to sleep with it forever. No, I'm sorry. For the love of... Still... Olivier's eyes were so sad for a moment. What did he dream of? You didn't make such a face, my sweet. Huh? In truth, it was nothing special, simply a memory of my boyhood. Dear Mueller showed up in it, for example. I see. Then why the heck couldn't you just mention that from the start, you perv? Now. Anger becomes you. Yeah, now. Anger unbecomes you. Lady Estelle. So what do you guys think he dreamt of? Knowing what I know what he knowing what I know further on in the series, I know exactly what he dreamt of. But yeah. Or I can put two and two together what he dreamt of, I should say. But yes. Hello, miss. Thank you for your patronage. To your right currently, you can view the Nebo Valley. The fog around Roland has cleared, but that area remains foggy year-round. Another passenger. We don't care about passengers. Alright, talk to Zen next. Oh, still. Good work this time. You really are a growing bracer. Well, I'm still kind of a newbie, I think. I'm not even remotely as good at with the staff as Dad. Well, I don't think you should worry about Master Cassius much. An S-rank bracer is a master of profession to a degree that they attain the unity of purpose. And purpose all martial artists seek after. To be honest, I don't think I could attain such enlightenment even if I spent my whole life trying. I see. I gotta admit, it's kind of hard for me to understand how incredible my dad is, but actually, Zen, you mentioned the whole unity of purpose idea, whole unity and purpose idea to Chloe back at the castle. What exactly does that mean? Yeah, I guess I did. It's kind of tough to explain, to be honest. Well, here goes. Master Cassius was such a transcendent master of the sword, he was given the title of Divine Blade. Today, though, he can wield a staff just as easily as a sword he spent his whole life training with. Why do you think that is? You practice really hard? Well, that's part of it, sure. But more than that, It is because he could instantly understand and relate the nature of the staff combat to his previous experience. Something beyond what we call skill, above practicing forms and reflexes above muscle memory. Think of it as a mental state where you can grasp the true nature of all things and control them at will. That whole concept is what we refer to as unity of purpose. The true nature of all things, huh? His plan to push back the Imperial Army during your war was the same, I bet. He understood the nature of war, of combat, and intrinsically, I don't know that word, so instinctively that he was able to construct the plan that he did. There would be no one more fearsome as a foe. I get it, I think, but that means that even my supposedly enlightened dad was beaten in some ways by the society. During the coup, he was lured out of the country, for starters. Yeah. They almost certainly possess someone equal to Master Cassius. It's hard to know if it's whoever, Louve, or this professor, though. Alright. Could it be the guy we know as Lawrence? He was pretty powerful. I don't know. He is incredibly skilled, sure, but I doubt he can match up to Master Cassius. Besides, his chi, his soul, they did not have a unity of purpose. Not in the way that I've spoken of. He is a blade, sharpened in a specific way by the coldest frost, tempered to perfection, untouched by anyone. That is the sense I got from him in the arena, at least. Yeah, I get what you mean. He hasn't shown himself, but I figure he's gotta be up to something. He did seem to have some kind of fixation on Joshua. It wouldn't surprise me if they knew each other from Joshua's days in the society. Between him, me, and Charizard, we've all got some strange ties in our past to this group. I wonder if this is the guidance of she who dwells above. Oh, Adios. Up next is Bose, the closest area to the Empire of Libero, eh? I'd like to get a look at the famous Hawking Gate sometime if we can. Alright, I'm gonna have to remember that. Estelle, out for a walk again? More or less. More importantly, I'm sorry. I didn't really open up about Joshua until the very end. Well, don't worry. Still, that girl with Joshua is one of the Sky Bandits, isn't she? Yeah, she's a cheeky, insulting little punk, though. By the name of Josette Capua. She's also the single biggest tomboy I've ever laid eyes on. And people call me a tomboy sometime. I see. She does, seem a bit charming from the photograph. She can be pretty cute if she keeps her mouth shut. And she did manage to play a perfect upper crust girl when we first met her, too. I'm sorry? We explained the situation, how when we met Josette, she was wearing a Genius Royal outfit. Academy outfit. Oh, I see. It is impressively dexterous. Is it dexterous or dexterous? I think it's dexterous, but just because it flows better. But anyways, if I may say so. Well, it does make sense. She's apparently a former Erebonian nobility. Putting on a face like that is her specialty, I think. Peel away the layers, though. And like I said, at the core, she's a cheeky, classless little punk. Still, from what I've heard, I can't really find cause to hate her. I suspect that if we found a chance to talk, we might have a lot in common. Yeah, I can't see that happening. We slide off each other like oil and water. Our personalities wouldn't fit together. Trust me. Maybe. Find out what she dreamed about. Oh, Chloe? You were put to sleep with us back there. Did you have some kind of dream? I did. It was during the 100 Days War. During the war? Right when her parents were still alive. Oh, I see. That's when you were with the Matron Teresa. Yes. I was in care of Matron Teresa during the fighting, and we lived together for a time. And... what's wrong? It's just that... Even though it was set 10 years ago, Clem and Jill both showed up. If I had stayed in the dream long enough, perhaps even you and Joshua might have appeared. Well, that's a dream for you. Yeah, for you. Coherence, not guaranteed. Very. Still, in hindsight, it was a little frightening. Huh? In the dream, I was happy. Very, very happy. I wanted everything to stay the way that they were from the bottom of my heart. But that isn't right, is it? Simply wishing to escape reality that way. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's always nice to have a happy dream, sure. But, yeah. If you asked if I wanted to see that dream again, I'd be a little hesitant. Yes. The dangers of the gospel. I feel like we've gotten a real hint of them. Alright. We should be getting back to that. Please be aware of the turbulence. Oh yeah, didn't Bose have the two children where the boy was oblivious to the girl or whatever? Like she was super mean to him the entire time we were there, and at the final thing, she like whispers something that she secretly liked him or something like that, and she wanted him to be a man. I can't. I'll speed this up. Oh, they just took us right. Oh yeah, I remember Lou Green. Yeah, okay, yes. Hello everyone. Good work out there in Roland. The Silver Streak, the Heavy Blade, the Immovable, and our Rising Star rookie all together. Brings a tear to my eye, it does. Rising Star rookie? You of course. You're our little walking miracle who's managed to stop the society in 4 different regions. That's been the gossip anyways. You've got to be kidding. Saying I stopped anything is overstating. It's more than a little. Right? They just ran off once their experiments were done. Well, you did handle yourself well in Roland, and yeah, in the Roland case, Estelle. Don't sell yourself too short. I think you can be a little bit proud. Yeah, but that was just, a bunch of coincidences coming together and... No need to get so embarrassed. You just need to live up to your reputation is all. Yeah, well, thanks, Zen. You make it sound like a cakewalk. Anyways, all that aside, what's the situation like here in Bose? Well, there's been no sign of the society whatsoever. No surprise, I suppose, since the Sky Bandits were caught and the army's been patrolling the region pretty heavily. One thing sticks out, though. There have been a few too many dangerous monsters crawling around out here these days. Really. You know, I noticed that last time I was here. Bose seems to usually have more wanted monsters than other regions. Why is that? Well, most of them come down to Bose being huge and filled with rough terrain. Makes it common to see monsters come down from the less inhabited areas. Thing is, though, we've had 10 cases just since the beginning of the month. 10? Is that a lot? I'm guessing that's kept Sting and the rest of the crew busy. Yes, and Kurt's team stopped by. Yeah, Kurt's team stopped by the other day to slay several of them. Alright. Being you're dead, if you could take care of a few of them for us as well. That strikes me as a good course of action. It's possible the society is involved with this. Yeah, and they could hurt someone if we just leave them alone. So we should get out there and take them down. Huh? Agate, what's wrong? Yeah, what's up? You're really quiet. Nah, it's nothing. Anyways, let's just get out there and bring back some monster heads. Pardon me. Is it the mayor? Yep. Maribel? Maybell? Yeah. Mayor Maybell, Lila. Oh, good day. Estelle, it's so good to see you again. And I'm glad to see that you are well. It's like, wow. It's seriously been forever. I think we last met at the Queen's birthday celebrations, right? Yes. It feels as though it's been ages. Oh man, there's too many women in this game. I can't make any more distinct female voices. Not that they were distinct anyways. Anyways. I've been hearing a lot about your exploits in the news yeah, that was crap. Alright. That goes for everyone else as well. I'm glad to see that you're all safe. Especially you, Chloe. Are you on school break already? Well, I ended up taking a little time off early. It's good to see you again, Maybell. Huh? You two seem pretty familiar. Well, Maybell used to be a student at the academy. We met before she graduated. And I'm certainly glad we met too. Well, I see. In Agate Krosner. It has been some time, sir. Suppose so. Hang on. Agate, Mayor Maybell, you know each other? Oh my, yes. I've relied on Mr. Krosner a number of times for various jobs only he could do. And 10 years ago... Hey, Mayor. Oh, I forgot myself. Pardon me. Regardless, I simply wish to stop by today to welcome you back. From the sound of things, you're pursuing an international criminal syndicate which threatens the safety of the entire country. An international criminal syndicate? Sometimes they feel more like a society of supervillains. But that's one way to think of them, yes? So far as the city of Bose is concerned, the threat criminals pose is not someone else's problem, it's everyone's. If I can do anything to assist you in your investigation, anything at all, you only need to ask. Well, thanks. If we need help, we'll definitely ask. We'll be expecting a lot from you, Mayor. Excellent. Now I'm afraid I must excuse myself then. Should anything come up, please come visit me at my residence. Pardon us? Come on, Agate. Couldn't you have been a little more civil? That's who I am. We ain't running a butler service here. Give me a break. I can be kind of arrogant at some people sometimes, but he's usually polite towards clients, though. You were kind of short with the mayor, though. You're imagining things. More to the point, I remember talking about us bringing back some monster heads. Lugrin, give us the breakdown. Ah, right. We have 3 cases outstanding. Alright, first, there's a blade thing stalking around the Crone Pass. We've also got a ghost epitaph in Nebel Valley. And finally, an octobone raising Heckin at Ambrel Tower. Okay, got those written down. Alright, monster slaying is a perfect task for my greatsword. I'll be taking charge this time around. Huh? Well, you are a Bose native. Alright, my good heavy blade... Crap, I read that completely wrong. Anyways, you're probably the best suited out of all of us. I have no objections. Decided then. Go ahead and pick us a team, Estelle. You're being suspiciously gung-ho about this, you know. Alright, so... most likely we're going to bring these two. I mean, this is pretty much the go-to team, like having those two in the party at the very least. for the most part, but I'll figure things out later. I didn't expect this to be just straight talking. Okay, so if we're going all over the region to find these wanted monsters, since we're out, why don't we stop at Ravenue Village? Pretty sure I made it clear on the flight over. We'll visit Ravenue after we're done with work here in Bose. You unfeeling clod. Agate has the right of it, I think. Or would you want to go and leave our Tita behind? Oh, right. Gotta bring Tita. Did you have to agree just because of that? So yeah. We'll definitely be bringing Tita to Ravenue Village, but for right now, we are going to stop the part right here, and then next time we will be talking the Bose and handling. Well, hold on. Let's go ahead and grab these these tasks. We got a quest, short, long. Okay, so these monsters are going to be, these 3 monster slaying quests are mandatory. So we're gonna have to do these. Well, we're gonna have to do this one like right away since it's so short. But yeah, guys. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure y'all remember to pray and also repent. God bless y'all.